can you close it down and come back in? I think that's probably all you need to do.
Hey,
Hello, Holly. How you doing?
doing well.
Hey,
How are
good.
you?
Yeah, there
Awesome.
you are. I can see you
Yes.
straight on now.
I have
So,
I have my laptop over here, so
gotcha. So what's going on? What can I do for you? What questions do you have?
yeah, so right now I'm kind of at a mom and pop brokerage, and my business partner, who is also a realtor, just joined eXp and has had really great things to say. So I've gotten most of my questions answered in
Mhm.
regard to like the general overall eXp world, right?
Yep.
And my biggest question is in regard to how commercial and residential sync up or split up, because right now, and just in general, my niche portfolio, it remains with mostly investors. So
Okay.
I help first time investors, I help, that 1 to 4, and then I've also helped, smaller residential, so like 8-plex, 16-plex, in that realm, purchase there as well with my current
Mhm.
brokerage. And so I was wondering how that would work if I came over to eXp, if I was going to be able to still do that, because
Mhm.
kind of as I've grown my business, my investors have grown as well. So, when
Yep.
we started, they were buying single families, and now they're like, "Hey, let's look at an eightplex." And I want to make sure that I can still do that, or at least have somebody or a team member or something that is able to help them, because I don't want to lose them as clients when they get bigger. What's the point? So
I
that's
completely get where
my
you're
biggest
coming
question.
from. Yeah, no, very, very good question. And yes, we do have the resources for you, is the answer. So you do have the option to function as both residential and commercial. Um, we are signing up with the North Texas Real Estate Association, which will give you access to all the commercial forms as well as the residential forms.
Yeah.
If you're not a broker yourself, there's provision that makes that very, very weird when you come over. But the commercial side works well where you can do both sides if you want
Okay.
to. They prefer you to be all commercial, but we have a lot of residential people. That's what we call it, is residential.
I'm
But
back.
yes,
Yep.
yeah. A lot of people are, and that's where I'm at too. I'm trying to shift more to just commercial, but I still have a few stuff. So that's kind of
Yeah.
how that works. But
Okay.
I think that was that question. So your dues are mine are 266.50 monthly.
Okay.
And that includes our full technology suite, which is awesome because like if you were to buy this on your own, this is probably 30, 40 grand a year, what you're getting for 255 a month, which is about 3 grand a year or so. But yeah, you'll get access to correct fee reonomy is where you can search for comps and all that. Brevitas, we have a whole system that will syndicate to 13 different platforms as soon as you put your
Okay.
listing in. So that is a huge time saver. Love that. Um, what else can I tell you? Yeah, the dues are a little bit different. Your cap is 20,000 over here versus 16,000 with the residential side.
Okay.
Uh, you're still 80-20 split. And I think that's the big stuff, but I mean, I'm sure you've got a million more questions. Yeah.
Sure. Is there somewhere I could go to kind of get kind of everything you said compiled, like somewhere like a FAQ sheet or something to, like, I've looked
It's
at all the residential stuff. So now if I need to go commercial to be able to continue on doing this, I kind of want to like deep dive that now.
sure.
Um, versus
Um,
just
I get
asking questions that I could answer myself, right?
Yeah, no, I totally get that. Let me see. I've saved a few marketing things over the time, and I'm gonna see if I can just put it into the chat for you. But there's one in particular that I think you would really find interesting.
Okay.
Bear with me if I'm not saying anything for a second.
No, you're fine.
Let's see here. About eXp. That's the one. All right, cool. I found it for you.
Perfect.
And let's see here. Huh. I don't know how to upload it in the chat, but I do have an email, so let me just go over there.
Perfect.
Is it Holly D. Kaufman? Yeah, you popped
Yeah,
up now.
exactly.
EXP. I'm sending this to you from my mortgage email, so that may look a little funky, but you can still
That's
get a hold of me there. But I just sent you like a little slide sheet presentation that's got a lot of the questions you may ask in there. Um,
okay. Perfect. And
but
thank you.
oh yeah, you're more than welcome. I totally get it. I was a little hesitant when I came over. I was running my own brokerage for a long time,
Yeah.
and I got sued, and I just a pain in the butt dealing with all that crud. And then I came over here, and I have less work, and I have everybody doing all this stuff for me. And I think, and you get to work with so many other people who are think like us. You know what I mean? I think it's a great thing.
Yeah.
So,
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm kind of coming up to the 5-year mark where I could get my broker license.
mhm.
And I'm at a very small mom and pop group, and honestly more closed-minded than I need it to be, because I want to build a team and grow and be able to, because one of my biggest strengths is lead gen, but I have all these leads and I need help executing on all that, right? So
Nice.
I started talking with my previous broker, and one of the issues was he wanted to be able to teach them and develop them. I'm like, no, I want them like right now. And so that's one of the biggest draws of EXP is, somebody coming on and they can do their own thing and grow themselves, but also you kind of, are able to bring them in and teach them. They're able to learn everything because of the platform that EXP provides from an educational standpoint.
Oh
So
yeah, it's huge.
yeah,
I totally get what you're saying there. And
versus
yeah,
that being on you to teach them,
right.
right?
Exactly. That's the one thing that just pushed off my plate. So yeah, I
Yeah,
imagine if you're thinking about growing it. So what are you doing to advertise? Just out of curiosity, you're just swamped in leads. I think that's awesome.
it's amazing. A lot of it is direct mail, and then the other is with investors. They buy 1 to 2 a year, right? Instead
Mhm.
of your residential or your, with commercial, it's very similar. You're probably working with investors a lot more than
Investors.
anything. And
Hmm.
so I have my repeat clients that I want to keep near and dear to my heart, but I have all of these first time, my background's engineering. And so I have all these first time investors that, I don't know if you've heard of the website Bigger Pockets.
Oh
Um,
yeah, I advertise on it. Yep.
but I don't know how I've become one of their top agents in Galveston, but I'm constantly, like, I have people reaching out to me all the time on there just by the few posts I've put over the years. I don't post a lot, but when I do, it's like pertinent information.
I got you.
But
That's
I've
something I haven't been doing a lot of there is posting, but yeah, that's maybe that's right there.
Yeah, and
They're
I
putting
don't
there. Yeah.
post, I'm not the agent that's going to post on everything and,
Hmm.
oh, please work with me. I'll post. And then people that I found that people that reach out to you are much better clients versus the ones you kind of have to chase.
Oh,
And
for
so,
sure. Yeah.
yeah.
The ones I've gotten from there too, they'll just call you up and they're ready to roll. Oh, love it.
Uh-huh, exactly. So like that's really a big source. And then yeah, direct mail marketing every couple months.
Cool.
Has been really
Interesting. Well, good for
helpful.
you.
Yeah. And so, yeah, I'm at that point where I could grow a lot if I could delegate more. And so that's the biggest draw to go to EXP, because my current broker is just very close-minded, and then he wants to keep all the control. And I'm like, that's fine, but I don't need them to learn your way. I need them to learn like the investor way. So,
Hmm.
but yeah,
I
that's
get
kind
it.
of
Yeah.
the biggest thing. And the
It
fact
sounds
that,
like you already made up your mind, but I get you. You're
yeah,
just.
I don't need convincing. I don't need convincing. It's more of when, and I don't want it to be a really painful process. So I'm trying to like
Well, I'll
kind of,
tell you this, it wasn't painful at all for me. So it's
I'm
very
not
smooth.
thinking it's, yeah, I'm not thinking it's going to be painful on the side of bringing on, coming on to EXP. I think it's the
Mhm.
making sure my buyers, like he's not trying to retain some of my current customers and things
Oh,
like that.
timing everything. I get you. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mhm. I I think I'll have a window at the end of this month where I have a couple contracts closing, and then I'm trying to push off just,
Just
and
sandbag. I
exactly
get it.
just wait one
Yep.
second um and then move over. So that's been the biggest thing, is trying to find that little balance of window. Because right now, per the contract, I'll get to bring all my listings over, but it doesn't really define much on the buyer side. So I just want to make sure I get to keep them. So
Sure, sure. Well, wish you the best of luck on that front.
thank you.
What else can I answer for you?
I'm trying to think, anything specifically that kind of, whenever you came over, that caught you up, or, in a negative aspect. Is there anything that you can think of that, it's just like, it's not necessarily was a deal breaker, but would have been nice to know?
I wouldn't say there's anything that fits that category. I will tell you that I spent a lot of time reaching out to realty agents, which is what we refer to the residential side as, because they're also a big referral source for you too, as a commercial broker. So
Yeah.
that's something to think about, and that's something you may want to think about. But there's a big system build out, which is your marketing system that does your offering memorandums and everything that posts your listing up. There's a
Hmm.
lot to learn with that, and that's the thing I would be prepared for, is to be, have like maybe an hour a day to play with it for a good little bit. And
A
once you
little
have
bit.
it, it's super easy. But there's
Okay.
just a lot of information in there. So
Okay. Perfect. Good to know. Very good to know. Awesome. Well, I won't take up any more of your time. You answered my big question, which it helps. So I just need to figure out all this on the commercial side, and then jump over. So
cool, cool. Well, if you ever need anything, you know how to get a hold of me now.
I appreciate it. Are you
Have
in
a good.
Houston, or where are you at?
Yeah, I live in the Heights right now.
Oh, nice. Very nice. Awesome,
Yeah.
awesome. Cool.
Well, have a good one, Holly.
All right. Thanks so much.
Bye bye.